Welcome to the Jewish World Podcast. This is Rabbi Elchanan Poupko. We're here with Silvina Frydlewsky. 29th
Hi.
anniversary. Hello. It's the 29th
Hello.
anniversary of the bombing of the AMIA Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires in 1994. Still no justice, still no clarity, still the Argentinian government hiding a lot of the information. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, thank you. We are still waiting for the justice to develop who make it. We know that Hezbollah, the Iranian connection with Argentinian and the Iranian, but unfortunately, the justice still have not the final accusations about who make it, and they are not in jail. All the Jewish community here in Buenos Aires, we stand in front of the building who were attacked at this time. But all the Argentinian people, all the Argentinians, we are still waiting for justice. Not only Jewish community. I want to say that because all Argentinians feel connect with this, and another attack at the Israel embassy.
Wow.
2 years before the AMIA attack. So we knew that the Jewish community was under attack at this moment, but still waiting for justice. And as I told you, 6 years ago, a prosecutor who if you want, I can talk about him.
Please, yes.
He was Alberto Nisman, who was still investigating the connections, the situation, the attack, the terrorist attack, and he found killed at home before he he was going to the Congress to talk about material who was investigated, and he was found dead at home.
Unbelievable.
And we are still
So they're
waiting.
saying it was suicide or something, but no one believes that.
The justice still investigating it was a suicide or he was killed, and that we have two sides of the AMIA attack, of the Jewish attacks to the Jewish community in our country. We are still waiting.
And what interest does the Argentinian government have to cover up the AMIA bombing, to give sort of immunity to the criminals and perpetrators? Why doesn't it? Why don't they cooperate? What's their interest here?
I cannot understand because we have different politicians between 29 years from this start.
It's obviously a government, right?
The government don't want to, we know that was a connection who helped Iranians in the Christina Kirchner government 10 years ago, and the justice is investigating, but they still have not the final decision to a lot of ways or investigation that are still alive. No, they are not close. There's not closing the cause. How you say the how you say the investigation is not finally.
Yeah. And has there? I know inside Argentina, it looks like the different governments have been covering it up. The prosecutors found dead. Have there been any tips or leads from the Middle East, from Hezbollah, from Iran, from the Israeli government? Is there any kind of information that comes not from inside Argentina, but from the Middle East, that points fingers at Iran and Hezbollah? Did Hezbollah maybe take responsibility? Are there any secret declassified documents, people speaking out, confessing, any of that?
Yeah, the investigations went to all around the world. Israel helped. The Nisman, the prosecutor, sent a request to different Iranian and Hezbollah who were inside this case, but we have still not the definitions. Is still nobody in jail about that. Israel governments used to help a lot too.
And they say that it's clearly Iran Hezbollah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the Argentinian government won't say that it's Iran and Hezbollah.
They say the justice is investigating, but
they don't give a conclusive answer. Terrible.
They don't give a conclusion. Yeah.
And currently speaking, if someone from Argentina wants to fly to Tehran, the relations between the two countries are good?
At this moment, they are good.
So Argentina doesn't want to spoil that.
We know that there are connections, economic connections. Wow. You cannot have a proof about that, but they both planes, or they make.
They do business. There's shady stuff going on.
They share business.
Wow.
Yeah. That
terrible.
They are all of the records between them, because we know because we investigate, but they don't like to show like really. It's an open situation, no? For example, I don't know. Our president Alberto Fernandez was with Putin one week before he starts the war, and he said to Putin, we want to be the door to open you to Latin America. So
wow, so it's a lot of shady government stuff. What about any private investigations, any journalists, private investigations? Did that show any leads to prove that Iran, Hezbollah, and who's involved?
Yes. A lot of journalists, national journalists. There are a lot of books writing about that. We have information, but it's not in the justice. Not all is where we need to be.
It's private. No? It's not the government, the police.
No, it's open. You can buy a book where you have information. Testifying a lot of connection that who and when they came, but we need the final point with the justice saying, okay, they was, and we want them here, and we want to put in jail too.
Wow. Are you hopeful? Do you think that something is going to change? Do you think that even if it's, all the evidence is there, the Argentinian government is too close with Putin and with the Iranians? Do you have any kind of hope of this finding kind of justice?
I'm hopeful if this year we have elections and the government change of this kind of government, like populist is now, and if we have another who they are in the opposition and they become in the government, I'm pretty sure that this will change a little. This will change. I'm hopeful that someday we receive the justice that we know. We know that we need. No, always we say without justice, we cannot go on. We cannot continue.
You need
And
justice.
the memories. So we have the military government here. No, we always are talking about memory, justice. No, and don't forget what happened. So in this case, with the AMIA attack, we need the same.
Wow.
We need to know
and to bring the criminals, to bring the perpetrators to justice, those who committed terrorism and killed
you
all
feel
these people.
Really you are there with the all familiars
families of the victims
with a picture of the relatives.
Unbelievable. Terrible.
And black and white every year. 29 years. We need to wait more. So, and at the same hour, minute that the bomb
blew up,
you can hear
sirens.
Yeah, and you feel like your skin is
terrible.
Is unbelievable.
Very sad.
Silence, like how to.
Very sad.
It's really sad, and you feel really.
How many people were killed there?
83.
Terrible.
Yeah, 83.
83 people, and still covered up by the Argentinian government.
And we still remember young people, young boys who were they were doing when the bomb attack. In my family, we have someone who lived in the same street. They are okay.
They survived it.
They survived, but they remember every minute what happens.
Wow.
The kitchen was blow up, and because it was not only they put it in this AMIA building, but around all the streets. So where maybe you were walking to work.
Let me ask you a question. Not in Argentina. If anyone who may be listening, or if anyone you think could help, is there something that you think anybody else in the US and anywhere might be able to do to help? Is there some kind of call to action that you want to ask people to do?
I'm sure that all Jewish.
It's all the government. You can.
All the governments can push our government, our situation between in talk the Jewish community around the world. I know that they help the Argentinian, but we don't forget why and how the Jewish were at that situation. I could be maybe in the future. So we need to be covered all around the world. So I feel really comfortable when I was on the state making my photo exhibit there. I would love to show more and more, so about maybe this. Your community can
have you
help or know that in images and showing and trying to show how the Argentinian are here. So I will travel to Israel this year too.
Oh, so very nice.
I would love to try to find some place.
I know that this year they started a exhibit or a section in the museum in Israel for Jewish victims of terrorism abroad. And there's a lot in Israel memorials for Israeli soldiers and people who were killed in terrorist attacks in Israel. But I do believe they just started this year something about Jews who were killed abroad. So I'm sure they'll also reflect the tragedy of the AMIA bombing. But I
have images because I was there taking pictures once. I can send you one of that.
All right.
Maybe you can figure out how it is being there, no?
Wow.
Because it's not
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's not easy. You have all the Jewish community concentrated there. For example, 2 years ago or 5 years ago, Pope Francisco sent a message to.
Oh, wow.
So you know, as we are not
There's
only
awareness.
the Jewish community. Nobody is off or can say that it's not my problem or it's not mine.
Right.
No, it's in our country and could happen.
Could happen
again,
anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah, sure.
Wow. All right. Silvina Frydlewsky, thank you so much, and hoping for justice and that the Argentinian government finally takes this seriously enough to prosecute the terrorists.
Yeah, for one side, the politician, but I know that the justice is independent, must be independent. So we need to say that the government could help in one side, but the justice, the official who are still investigating, so they are separate ways to found the justice. No, they need to work hardest to finally find the justice
and close the case.
No, the justice is independent.
Right.
You know, so we cannot say I cannot say that the government needs to put the Hezbollah in jail because it's not.
It has to be with the judiciary.
Yeah,
all right.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.